Alright, today is July 10th, and this is our walkthrough for the garden. Sapodilla looks good. A lot of growth on the sugar cane. This is our tomato going up the tree. This is putting new growth on it, but it's not flowering yet. Like this one is flowering. It smells so good. We replaced a few of our plants. There was a squash here, so we put new marigolds. Corn are doing okay. We're harvesting a lot of these tomatoes, so that's why they're not really ripe. We're harvesting them every day as they ripen. Grapefruits are looking nice. All these are sweet potatoes. They're gonna be harvested this week. Kind of see them down there. These are Seminole pumpkin. I think they're supposed to be like tolerant to Florida's heat and resistant to the powdery mildew, but we have some on the other side and it has powdery mildew. Red finger lime. Got Persian lime over there. We harvested like 20 pounds of eggplant this week from these plants. The plants in the next bed. And another one. We're also battling squash bugs right now. And another one. It's a pear. Another lime down there. All these are peanuts. See, you can see all the different eggplants. Some eggplants definitely do better for the different areas. Like this one seems like it just sun scalds. We have lots of these black bugs. But there are just ladybugs everywhere. Our peppers. This is a Midnight Dreams. See, our mango has so much new growth. We had another squash, but it was getting eaten by caterpillars and bugs. So we planted 3 tomatoes. One's back there, here, and there's 2 here. And there's something else, but the heat is too much, so we covered it. We're gonna rip this up eventually, so we started a new marigold in the center. Some strawberries are doing okay. Some is just getting too hot. See, this had a whole bunch of runners on it. We try to bury it, but this one just, I don't know, it's just the heat, I guess. Sour orange. Kumquat. It just had like a little flash rain. It rained like half of an inch today and 3 inches at other times during this week. It's been very hot, about 100 degrees. Here's the grafts. See how these strawberries have runners all over. Looks nice. Oh, here are all these different zinnias we're growing. These are like candy cane zinnia. And then there are these red ones. Super red. Our tomato trellis, we put in new tomatoes. I knew something was eating this. Gotta replace that one. So there's some small tomatoes in here. He's a small one. So these are gonna be like the bigger tomatoes, because these little ones, we don't eat them. So I just dehydrate them, and they're just not really worth it with the small ones. There's our mango. Our longan, it had a whole bunch of fruit on it, and we started to take off all the extra fruit, and then it just dropped everything. It just has so much new growth. It looks really good. Okay, let's go to the apple side. Oh, this is okra. We have so many of these little bugs. I don't know if it's coming out on the screen. They're like little green thrip looking things. I don't know. We're still getting a lot of harvest off the beans, so it's okay. There's apples. Those are all plums. This is a pear. Back there's an apple. This tree is a pear. All those are apples. A lot of squash. I'm sorry, these are eggplant. These little purple peppers are so spicy. This bullnose, we had him, he's sweet, a sweet pepper. We've got watermelon and squash and green yard long beans here. I've been coming out and pollinating. Oh yes. It's a little watermelon. So I'm gonna have to build like a support for him because he's in the fence. They grow so fast. There's peppers. This water or sunflower was huge. It didn't seem to last long. So here we have a butternut squash. Here we have an acorn squash. We have a watermelon. There's more watermelon, vine. This is an apple. This is an apple. Soon to be watermelon. So you can see it like every day there is a watermelon. Not much really over here. So pretty. The lobster claws are getting old, but on the other side they're coming. And here's the backyard. Dwarf Cavendish, and then that is a Double Mahoi we got planted this week. See, there's all the heliconia. This is still flowering. These are all blueberries, all down this aisle, and we had planted bare root strawberries, and they didn't survive. So today we had extra watermelon, so we just planted them. We think they'll take over nicely. Our sherbet berry plant. So much new growth. These things grow so fast when they're in vegetative state. Back there we have a pagoda flower. Shrimp. See, the heliconias are coming in. There's another lobster claw. Here are 3 different, or 2 Cavendish, and then I can never remember what that center one is. Like the Chiquita banana, it's the common one. Our Lady Di heliconia. These things just come up. They're in the roots. The roots are in the ground. This is Chinese perfume. It smells so great. Okay. So this morning we were walking around. We walk around every morning. You've got to watch for pests and stuff. And I saw this on the ground. This is our first passion fruit. This vine voluntarily came up. I planted it like in the front yard somewhere. And it's coming up in the back. Just to be able to tell the leaves apart. It's not this heart leaf. It's this leaf. This leaf up there. And so it's passion vine, and now we have a passion fruit. Don't really like passion fruit, but we'll see. You can see all of the strawberries. There's so many of them. All these little red berries. They taste like cotton candy. That's our kiwi. We pulled it up from the front yard because it was not doing well in the sun, and it has a lot of new growth on it. This is a kiwi that's self-fertile, and it's a vine, so we shouldn't need a partner. Because kiwi you usually need 2. It's called angel winged begonia. This is supposed to be rainbow butterfly bush, but it doesn't look like the rainbow one. And here's the midnight one. Smells so good. King's mantle back there. Oh, these are goji berry. We ripped them up from the apple side. They were next to the plums, and I think they're getting too much sun. But now I put them back here to recover them, and they look good. So they will find their forever home somewhere in the backyard. And here's the berry garden. Goji berries. It did not look good a while ago, but I knew it would come back. It always does. already had flowers on it somewhere towards the bottom. This is cassia. See the seed pod starting to form. Its leaves close at night. It's a host plant to the sulfur caterpillar, the sulfur butterfly. This is another cassia. Mulberry. Got strawberries. Barely hanging on the bottom. That sky vine. These are new rows of corn, and we've got pumpkin. So the Seminole pumpkin is supposed to be resistant to powdery mildew, but we are already getting it. It's just so humid. It's like 95 degrees and 50% humidity at least. This is a cherry tree. Cherry. Another cherry. And then whenever we have flowers on this is the Barbados. Once we get flowers on it, these little aphid guys come. We're just trying to see how everything's going. Not worried too much about it. That's a miracle fruit. All these are blackberries and raspberries. More blueberry. These are different kinds of cucumbers and lettuce. See, here's passion vine again along the fence. But this one hasn't, it's given me a few fruit. And then I learned that these bugs are bad. I thought they were carnivorous, that they were eating the caterpillars on here. But I read that they're bad for the plant. So now I have to watch those. Our front little beds. More peppers and eggplants. Lettuce are looking okay. Okay, the last thing I want to show this video are the blue butterfly pea vine. This is a host plant to a skipper, and that's why I have it everywhere in the garden. It just grows up everywhere. We learned that this, you can make a tea out of the flowers, and we've been drinking it, and it has a whole bunch of like medicinal benefits with like your skin and your hair. So we're trying it. And then we installed this fence again, and we put grapes along it. So you can see all the grapes. They like flower on the second growth, the second year, so we'll have grapes next year. Again, this is the passion vine leaf. See, there's watermelon. And then there's Concord grape. We thought it was dead, so we ripped up and replaced it, and we babied it and it came back. And then here's a different kind of grape. This is the Catawba. Alright, well that's it for this week. Can't wait to see what next week grows.